Hi everyone, welcome. I am Paula, and this morning I am just doing something that I normally do every morning. I get up, I have my coffee, and I check my emails, and I check my comments on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, and I get a lot of questions. And some of the questions that I get are repetitive questions, and I don't mind answering questions at all, but I think sometimes it's easier when I get something that is repetitive. I'm sitting on a stool. I found a piano stool for my desk, my antique desk that I have, and it is one of those piano stools that spins, and I'm trying not to spin. It's kind of fun to sit here and spin, but I'm trying not to. I get a lot of questions that are repeat questions, and so I just thought that it would be easier to do a little bit of a Q&A this morning and answer. I think I only have 4 or 5 questions this morning that I jotted down that were something that I kept seeing over and over, and I'm gonna go ahead and just answer them on video. And then I'm going to show you what we are eating throughout the day today on a keto, low carb diet. And I may throw in a recipe today that will be a recipe swap or dupe video. I like to pick out normal traditional recipes out of cookbooks and switch out some ingredients and make them keto friendly. And that is what I'm doing for the month of December. And so I may end up doing that today as well in this video. So there may be a whole slew of things going on. But this morning I just wanted to talk about some of these questions. And the first question is one that is dear to my heart, and that is my grandchildren and when we are going home to see them, and how long have we been at the lake, and when are we going home, all that kind of stuff. So for those of you who don't know, you may be watching this video for the first time. On October 2nd, my husband had an accident and he broke his leg in multiple places. It has been a crazy journey, something that we never thought that we would be going through, but things happen in life and you just have to take them in stride. And so he had this accident while we were up at the lake. We have a place that is on a lake up in northern Michigan, and it is for now our vacation home. We were up here in the beginning of October. We came up for a long weekend. That is what we thought it was going to be. But we have been up here for over 2 months now. So we came up for the weekend. We had a beautiful weekend. The fall colors were out, leaves were changing. It was just a really beautiful time. And then we were headed back home, and that is when Ed had his accident and broke his leg. And we were closer to this house when the accident happened, so he was taken to a hospital that is up here in northern Michigan. We had to make a quick decision whether we were going to stay here for the recovery process or whether we were going to go back home. So Ed decided very early on that he wanted to stay here to be close to the hospital that he was rushed to, because the surgeon in the ER started the surgery on him, and he wanted that same surgeon to complete the process. So we ended up staying up here so that we could be closer to the hospital, be closer to the doctor's office, so we could go for doctor's appointments. The home nurse comes and sees him every week, physical therapy, all of that. We decided we're gonna stay here. And it has been a bittersweet time. We love that the house is laid out perfectly for someone who has a handicap condition. Everything is on one floor, and the doorways, everything is very wide for wheelchair access. The bathroom here, I have a master bath right here behind this wall, and it has a huge garden tub in it in the corner, and it has a shower sprayer in it. And Ed is able to scoot onto a shower chair into that bathtub and get his showers there. Ed has a hospital bed here. He has a wheelchair ramp here. There's a lot of different things that make it very easy for him to get around here. Our other house downstate is a lot smaller. Those of you who watch my videos from down there, I filmed down there as well, you will see that it is a much smaller house. It does have a very small bathroom with a regular bathtub. It does have porch steps. and the doorways are a lot more narrow. So with all that being said, we opted to stay here. We feel like this would be a much better place for him to recover, and he's closer to the hospital and the doctor's office and all of that. So long story short, we have been here for over 2 months. And for those of you who have been watching my videos for a long time, you will know that I watch my grandbabies all the time when I'm back home. My one grandbaby that is 1 year old, I watch him every week while his mom and dad work. The other 3 boys, their mom is a stay-at-home mom, but I do watch them a whole lot. They do come over and we have sleepovers. We have times when they come over just to play and visit. So I'm a very active, hands-on Meemaw. That's what they call me. It has been extremely hard for me over the past 2 months or so. It's been longer than that now, and I'm gonna try not to cry because this part is very emotional for me, but it has been a very long time to go for me without seeing my grandsons. And on Thanksgiving weekend, my son and daughter-in-law and the 3 boys were able to come up and spend a very long weekend with us, and it was perfect. And I enjoyed every minute of it. It really did my heart good. Ed's too. We did not get to see the 1 year old. They just have not been able to get up here just for different reasons, but we do FaceTime and talk to them as much as we can. It has been extremely hard. We have decided, since Ed is getting around better now, that we are going to go home for Christmas. I'm so excited. I'm beside myself. We are actually going to be going down. Ed gets his staples out of his leg on December 21st. And we are going to go home as long as everything is okay. The plan is, I don't like to say anything for sure, but the plan is to go home on December 22nd. And we are going to go home and be there all throughout the holidays. We don't know completely what Ed's recovery plan of action is going to be until we go see the doctor and get his staples out. We know it's going to be a long haul. We know that it's going to be a few months of recovery time. Ed is going to have physical therapy. He's going to still have doctor's appointments and all of that. So we've talked a lot about it. And we think that our home base is still going to be here. And we are going to be traveling back and forth as much as we can now that Ed is, getting more mobile. That is the answer to that question. We've been here for a couple of months. We're going to be seeing our grandkids at Christmas time. We're going to be able to spend a lot of time with them, and we are just really excited. The next question that I get a lot is, what do I do for workouts? Do I work out? What's my routine? So the entire time that I've been up here, I have not done any kind of workouts. I'm going to be honest. Other than walking, taking walks with the dog, going to the mailbox, and taking care of Ed, running around on my feet all day long, doing things for him. I haven't done a whole lot of working out. I haven't done any kind of routine. So a couple months before Ed's accident happened, I had started going back to the gym very faithfully. I was going 3 days a week, and I was really getting set into a pattern of going, and then this happened. And I've gotten out of the habit of going. I just get in my patterns where I will work out, and then I will go through times where I'm not working out. It's just the way my life is. I have busy times when working out is put on the back burner, and then I have times when I have time and I get focused on it and I get back into a routine. I don't have a structured routine that I stick to. I'm just an active person. I stay busy. I'm moving all the time. I love walking, and so I go through spurts. I have to say that this keto lifestyle, eating this way, is very doable if you cannot work out. My husband is a prime example. He's been laid up for 2 months, and he has been eating, and he is finally at, we think, a goal weight. He looks great. I don't think he has any more weight that he needs to lose. And he has lost 20 pounds since he has been laid up since this happened to his leg. We've really been focused on hitting a protein target for him because the doctor said that that would be a really good way of eating for him to heal. And he has just been losing weight being inactive. And so this way of eating is very doable if you are not able to work out. But I do believe that you can maximize your benefits by doing weight training, by doing walking, by being active. I do believe that. It's just a matter of time for me right now. The next question is, do we drink alcohol? And I get that question quite a bit. I think it's mostly because people want to know what kind of alcoholic drinks that they can drink on a keto diet. I have never drank alcohol my entire life. I've never drank alcohol, and it is a personal choice. I was raised that way, and Ed used to drink when he was younger, and then when we met, it was his choice. I didn't make him do it or anything like that. He decided that he would give all that up to live a life with me. So we don't drink alcohol. So because of that, I don't have an education on alcohol, and I don't know what are the best low carb choices for people when you are drinking alcohol. I'm just not the go-to person for that. So I don't drink alcohol. I never really have drank alcohol, and I'm just not the go-to person to ask what alcoholic drinks can you drink on this way of eating, because I just don't have the knowledge on that. So there are plenty of other resources on that. You can Google it. There are other YouTubers I know that drink alcohol that can, give you idea on that. And so I can't really help anybody in that area. So next one is my skincare routine. I get asked this question all the time. What kind of skincare products do I use? I don't use a whole lot of products on my face. I will put a list down below of my routine, my products that I use. I like Beauty Counter products. They are great quality products. They are non-toxic. They are chemical free. You want to keep this in mind when you're living a healthy lifestyle, that anything you put on your skin gets absorbed into your skin and goes into your body and has to filter through your organs and that. So you want to make sure that you're using clean products. If you're eating clean food, you want to make sure you're using clean products that you're putting on your skin as well. I like Beauty Counter because it is chemical free, non-toxic, and their products are great quality products. I used to be a consultant for Beauty Counter, but my life is so busy with all the other things that's going on, I just couldn't keep it going. My daughter-in-law is a Beauty Counter consultant. I will put her shopping link down below where you can go and shop with her and help them out. That would be really awesome. If you buy Beauty Counter and you want to go buy from her, that would be great. But that being said, I don't use a whole lot of products. You will see when you go down below under this video the products that I use. I have to attribute my skin to my diet. I would say that, I don't know if this is going to be an accurate percentage, but I would say that maybe 10, maybe 20% of what I contribute to my skincare is what I use, the products that I use. I would say the other 80, 90% is my diet. I really feel that over the past 2 years, my skin has changed dramatically. And I really feel that a lot of it is my diet. I do drink collagen every day in my coffee. I really feel that having a clean, clear, good complexion is coming from the inside out. It's drinking a lot of water. It's eating really good, clean ingredient foods. And then the surface of the skin, I believe that the skincare products do help. They really do improve, and they really do make your skin feel nice. And it's really nice to have a good scrub on there. I have a Beauty Counter has a scrub that I love, but I am a firm believer that it starts on the inside and it works its way out. My complexion has changed tremendously since I started this over 2 years ago. So Beauty Counter products, if you want to check it out, you can check out my daughter-in-law, Nicole's link down below, and shop from her. That would be awesome. The last thing that I want to talk about is weight loss. So I have been kind of stuck at 177.4 pounds for a couple of months now, it seems like. And I've been noticing my composition of my body changing, even though the scale's been the same. I have been noticing that my clothes are getting bigger. I've been noticing that the way my skin, everything looks in the mirror. I've been noticing The composition is changing, but the weight has stayed the same. And this morning I got on the scale and I was 175 point, I wrote it down. I was 175.8 pounds this morning when I got on the scale, and I was really pleasantly surprised. So I want to encourage you that if you are a person who gets on the scale and it's not changing, don't focus on the scale. It's all about body composition. It's all about measuring your body. Each month, take your measurements and compare them. Go by the way your clothes are fitting. Don't focus on the number on the scale. I do get on the scale. I do weigh myself, but I'm not focused on it like I used to be. It used to be very discouraging when I would get on there and the weight was not moving, but I am getting results and the number doesn't change much. But today I got on there and I was 175.8. So I was really excited because I broke that 177. If you eat a lot of protein, your muscle mass gets protected and your body holds on to that muscle mass, and it even builds it if you're doing workouts and all of that. You have to think about that when you get on the scale. You're losing fat, but you're not losing the muscle mass. So your scale results may not be what you want it to be, but you have to focus on your body composition. Is your body composition changing? Don't get caught up, don't get caught up on the scale. The scale will move when it's time. Focus on hitting your protein targets, get those healthy fats in there, and it's going to happen. Your weight might not change much, but your body composition will. So that's all I wanted to talk about this morning, and that's enough. It's going to be very long. I'm going to have to edit some of this out, I think. It is 10:15. I'm going to go into the kitchen in a little bit and make us some breakfast. Ed wants breakfast sandwiches this morning. So I'm going to show you what we're going to have today for our first meal. And then we'll see about getting a recipe together for later on. No promises. I'll see you in a little bit. All right, so breakfast. Ed decided instead of a breakfast sandwich, he would have some chaffles. This is my savory chaffle recipe. And we just put cream cheese and everything but the bagel seasoning on it. And 2 eggs over easy, 4 breakfast sausage links, and a piece of bacon. That's a huge breakfast. I hope you're ready for this. All right, I'm having a breakfast sandwich. And I took the chaffles and put cream cheese with the bagel seasoning on both sides, both buns. And I have some egg here, scrambled egg flats, whatever. And 3 pieces of bacon that I just did like that. And I just got a package in the mail from Equip Prime Protein. They sent me this iced coffee. This is the protein powder. This is a new flavor. And I'm gonna try this in a little bit. I'm real excited about it. And here's the ingredients right there. You can check it out. Pretty clean ingredients. And so I am excited about trying that in a little bit. So I wanted to have a little bit of a smaller breakfast so that I can have that shaken just a little bit. And when I make it, I'll let you know how it is. So I'll see you. I came down to feed the birds, and I think you guys have seen this before in my videos. I take the the cow fat from the cow that we get. This is all the suet. Do make beef tallow out of this at times, but we also feed it to the birds, and our birds out here love it. Big woodpeckers and all kinds of birds come in and eating that fat. So my birds are keto carnivore too. And so I wanted to show you our lake. It's freezing over, and I have Sapphira down here, so I don't want to get too close to the water because she's going to want to get in, and it's not ready to be walked on yet. There's still some water out there. It's real thin ice, but it's just so beautiful, especially when the sun is shining on it. It just looks like a mirror. It's so pretty. So just wanted to bring you down here and show you the ice. We are going inside. It is freezing out here. All right, so we are getting ready to have a protein shake, and I'm getting ready to try the iced coffee for the first time. And I'm gonna show you the way Ed likes his. I have a Ninja blender back here that my mom gave me actually a few years ago, and it is on Amazon. It has a big pitcher, and then it has 2 of these like smoothie cups, and this is what I use. It's perfect. And so I just fill this up. This is, I don't know, this is probably like 12 ounces or something like that. I'm not sure exactly how many ounces this is, but I fill my container up halfway with ice. And then we use macadamia nut milk. This is macadamia milk. I stopped using almond milk because of the oxalates, and I'm glad I did now because I had a little bit of a reaction to that almond flour the other day, and maybe the oxalates from that. But I use this. You can use water with this if you want. If you don't want to use nut milk, you can also use like raw milk or heavy cream mixed with water. You can do it however you want, whatever kind of liquid that you want. I like to do this because water to me is a little too watery. This gives it a little bit of kind of like a milky texture. And then, so what I do is I fill it I put about 8 ounces or so, about a cup of this in here. And then I put in my protein powder, and this is a new bag, so I gotta reach down in here and find the scoop. I should have done that already. It smells really good. It smells like nice fresh coffee. Got a coffee smell to it. I do 1 scoop. And then I like to take a little bit of heavy cream. You don't have to do this, but I think it just gives it a little something extra. Makes the shake a little more creamy. And so I just put maybe 2 tablespoons of that in there, and I just blend it up in the blender. And so I'm gonna do that right now. And then I'm gonna try this for you, and then I'm gonna make Ed's. And you can see here, it's like a thick shake consistency. And this is the iced coffee. Let's go ahead and give it a try. Oh, that's really good.
What does it taste like?
It tastes like a frappe. If you know what a frappe is, like from Starbucks or, you know, one of the fancy coffee places, they blend it up with ice, and that's what it tastes like. It tastes really good. Ed's anxious to get his, I can tell. All right, so same thing. I do the nut milk. This one's almost empty. So I have a spare. You want to always give these a good shake. I get these on Amazon. Meijer, my grocery store downstate, carries these. None of the stores up here carry them. I have not found them up here. They are not in the refrigerator section. They are on the shelves where coconut milk and the almond milk that is not refrigerated, that kind of thing, that's where they are. And so I'm gonna fill his up. And I'm gonna put a little bit of heavy cream. And Ed doesn't really care for iced coffee.
Nope.
He likes the peanut butter.
Peanut butter and chocolate.
So what I do is I put a scoop of the peanut butter in his. And then he likes the chocolate. But the chocolate is a little strong tasting. So if you mix half and half, it just tastes like chocolate. So I just put just a little bit. I would say maybe just a taste. Maybe like a teaspoon of the chocolate in there. And then I just mix it up in the blender. And his is kind of full, so I'm gonna have to go over to the sink for a second. I wanna fill it past the fill line. All right, so Ed is over here working a puzzle. Here's your shake, sir. And this is one of those, so we figured out after someone told us that these kind of puzzles, the box is over there, and it says, we were calling it wasjij. It is jigsaw spelled backwards. That's what it is. And this is a new puzzle. Ed finished the other one, and it is not what you see on the box. That is a highway holdup, and it's a carriage. It's back in, I don't know.
Horse and buggy days.
Horse and buggy days, all right?
Like colonial.
So this is the one that Ed's doing now.
It's in the future.
It's in the future.
Same theme, different time frame.
Show them your, can you reach the clues over there? Can you reach it? Let me get it. This is his clues.
That's all you get.
That's his clues, okay? We've seen that you can go online and look up the puzzle and get another clue, but it looks
just like
just
that,
like
but
that.
with a couple extra clues.
Yeah, you get a couple extra. So this is all, you're just doing this.
It's extremely hard because you can't look at the picture and tell where anything goes. You have to do it manual. It's hard.
Yeah. So if you're looking for a gift idea for someone for this Christmas, this is a great kind of puzzle. They're on Amazon. There's a whole different mix of them. There's all different kinds of things. He has done, what was the other? Oh, the other one was a Christmas scene. And this is a highway holdup. And it's been keeping him busy. So
yes, it takes a long time.
So yeah, he's been working on this for a few days. And
nice job on the shake.
It's coming along. So do you like the shake? Did I put enough chocolate?
Perfect.
All right. All right, so we're gonna enjoy our shakes and I'll be back probably at dinner time. All right, so we have had a laid back, cozy afternoon and I am just gonna not do the recipe thing today. I didn't have time to really do a lot of research on duping a recipe today. So I am going to make chicken tenders tonight for dinner and shrimp. And I'm just gonna show you how I make them. I make my own breading to bread the chicken tenders and the shrimp with. You can pretty much bread anything with this breading. I will put the recipe for the breading over on my website because I already have it made and I keep it in the refrigerator in a jar. I basically put all the ingredients in a food processor and I grind it into a powder and then I use that as my breading. I use it for topping casseroles. I just use it for a lot of different things. I'm gonna make some aioli sauce. It's basically a garlicky mayonnaise. And so I'm gonna make that real quick and I'm gonna use that to dip my chicken tenders in tonight. And so I'm gonna whip some of that up and I will show you how I bread the chicken and how I bread the shrimp as soon as I get that ready to go. So I'm gonna go ahead and show you how I make this aioli sauce. It's really good to dip a lot of different things in. It's also great for topping on top of burgers. It's just a great overall sauce that you can use for a lot of different things. So there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 ingredients, 6 if you want to put pepper. I've kind of been backing off on adding pepper to a lot of my recipes recently, but I will show you what it looks like without the pepper. You can add pepper if you like. I'm going to turn on my surface light for my microwave here. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and set up. The measurements for this recipe is over on my website, lowcarbrevelation.com. I will put the link down below in the description. You can go over there and search for aioli sauce. It's A-I-O-L-I sauce. You start out with mayo, and I have been using this mayo for a long time now. It is called Chosen Mayo, and it is avocado based. There's no seed oils in this. It's a really good tasting mayonnaise. I've tried a lot of different avocado based mayonnaises, and I like this one the best. And so I'm gonna be starting with that. And then I'm gonna put in a couple of teaspoons of garlic. I prefer fresh garlic in this, that you, fresh garlic cloves that you mince into this, but I just have the garlic in a jar right now. That's what we're using. It is better with fresh. And then I have some lemon juice here. This is also better if you have fresh lemon, but I don't have that right now, so I'm just using real lemon. And then Dijon mustard. I like this brand. I go through Dijon mustard like crazy. I use it in a lot of different recipes. And salt. That is it. Pretty easy, pretty basic sauce. And you just stir this together, and I like to store this in the refrigerator. Keep it stored until I'm gonna use it, because it is mayonnaise based. You don't wanna let it sit out on the counter for a really long time. This little dish here, my neighbor and friend up here at the lake found a set of these at the thrift store and gave them to me. They are Pyrex dishes. They're really small, and and they came with these little white lids, and they are perfect for making these kind of little recipes for and storing them in the refrigerator. So thanks Laura for getting me these little Pyrex dishes. I love them and I use them quite a bit. Okay, so while I'm at it, I'm gonna make some tartar sauce for Ed. He's gonna have the shrimp, and he likes tartar sauce with his shrimp. And some of the ingredients are the same, and some of the ingredients are different from the aioli sauce. So I'm gonna go ahead and make this tartar sauce. The recipe for this, the measurements are over on my website. And this is a really good, flavorful tartar sauce. Got some salt here, starting with mayo. I'm gonna put some Old Bay seasoning in here. And a little bit of garlic powder. Got a little bit of a shadow going here. Let me see if I can fix that. It's about a half a teaspoon. And a little bit of Dijon mustard again. And a little bit of lemon juice. I'm making a smaller batch than the actual recipe calls for. And some dill relish. This is not sweet relish. You wanna make sure you're using dill relish because of the sweet relish has added sugar. I'm gonna put a little bit of that in there. These little lids on here. This is gonna go in the refrigerator until dinner is ready to serve. All right, so for this portion of the video, I decided to do a voiceover because Ed was watching TV, he was watching Gold Rush, and I didn't want to disturb him. So I decided to just record it and then talk over it. This is just me breading the chicken tenders. It's pretty basic. I always dip whatever that I am breading, whether it's chicken or beef or vegetables or whatever it may be. I will dip it in egg and then just roll it in the crispy breading. And then I use my air fryer, which is over here on the side. I'm filling the air fryer basket. That's how I usually cook my foods that are crispy. And I think the oven will work just well. You just have to have it on a higher heat and keep your eye on it. And you can do it that way. You can also do it in a toaster oven or on the stovetop. You can do like a fry pan. You can fry it up in some oil. It works. It's very versatile. But I just use the air fryer because it's less mess and it's pretty easy. So after I got done breading the chicken, I took the shrimp and I did the same thing, dipped it in egg and rolled it in the breadcrumbs. I used some fresh egg and a fresh plate for the breadcrumbs for the shrimp, and I put them in the air fryer basket as well and cooked them up. They got done a lot faster than the chicken. So Ed ended up having those for sort of like an appetizer. You'll see that in just a few minutes. Is done before the chicken, and Ed is gonna have this as sort of like a little appetizer. So I'm gonna go ahead and get this to him, and the chicken is still cooking up back there. So I'll be back. All right, so I am having 4 chicken breast strips and some of my aioli sauce that I made earlier. And that's gonna be it. Ed doesn't want any chicken. He filled up on the shrimp and he said that he's good. So I have a few pieces left over of chicken. We can use that tomorrow if we wanna have that on some salad. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and eat this, and I'm gonna go ahead and wrap up this video. It's been a quite lengthy one today. So make sure you subscribe and give us a thumbs up. I will see you really soon. Have a great day and God bless.